how vast beyond all measure, that He should give His only Son to make a wretch His treasure. Oh, great the pain of saving love! The Father turns His face away, as wounds which mar the chosen one bring many sons to glory. Behold the man upon a cross, my cross upon his shoulder. Ashamed, I hear my mocking voice call out among the scoffers. It was my sin that held it there until it was accomplished. His dying breath has brought me life. I know that it is finished. I do not lose anything. No gifts, no pride, no wisdom, but I will boast in Jesus Christ, His death and resurrection. Why should I gain from His reward? I cannot answer, but this I know with all my heart. His wounds have paid my ransom. But this I know with all my heart. His wounds have paid my ransom. Anna, can you just let me to put, can I share screen? Thank you. Can you see? No? 1 second.
Paulson. Paulson. Just make Molly as co-host, so then she can share.
Thank you.
Waiting.
1 second, please. Mm, can you see now?
I praise God for this opportunity, and I take time to thank God and everyone for giving me a chance where I could share His word this evening with the family. Actually, I'm finding it very hard because I could not see anybody. I could see only the screen here. Uh, so, is it audible for everyone? Okay. So, as I was thinking what to share with you all this evening, um, I've chosen a topic that is very familiar to everyone. Um, as you all see on the screen, it is none other than Jacob's ladder. From our childhood, we all have been hearing about this story again and again, and many messages we have heard about it. And this evening, we have something to learn from this particular Jacob's ladder. And my focus is on Genesis chapter 28. Here is a man who traveled for a long way, and he, in his heart, he was guilty, and he was waiting to take rest. Most of the time, when do we get a dream? When our hearts are troubled, when we are confused with our thoughts, and most of the time we get the dreams. But here, a man who walked for a long time, he was not happy at his heart. It was since 2 days he had been walking, and he was thinking of the waving of his mother and um, the father's goodbye to him. And as he was walking from his way from Beersheba to Haran, he was so tired and he was left alone there. And this Haran is a place, in the modern term, it is called the southern part of the Turkey. So he was going in a state where he had no hope for his life. We all know the story that he was running for his life, and this was a plan of the mother to send him to her brother's house, to Haran. So the plan was so simple that if by sending Jacob to his brother's place, that he'll be safe and the Esau will not reach there. And so that by the time passes, she thought that the anger of Esau will subside. So he was on the way, rode from Beersheba to Haran. So, do you think that the journey would have been so comfortable for him? No, not at all, because he was traveling all alone. And when you walk for a long distance, it is very difficult to walk alone. And he had such an experience when he was running out of Beersheba. And he had been walking on the road, and he was walking and walking for 2 days of time, and it wasn't a good farewell that he received from his parents, because it was he is running for the life, and second one because he has broken the relationships, and even the ties of the families were destroyed. So with a heavy heart he was moving towards heaven. And now, on the evening, on the second day evening, he came to a place and the sun started to sink. And that was the time that he decided in his heart to stay back in that place. And it was dark pitched, and no one around him. He was left alone in that place, and the place is called Luz. And this was a strange place for him. It was unknown to him, and he was in the outskirts of the loops. And he never thought dared to enter into the city in spite of his loneliness. He stayed there. But as he was reading the Jesuit writings, he was. She says that fear was in his heart because he was left alone in the dark place, and so now he wanted to take rest because he was so tired in his soul. So now Jacob makes a bed for him to sleep, and Jacob rests his head upon a large flat pillow. And that was nothing than the flat stone that he found there. Can you imagine such a scene that if a man who is left alone can have a peaceful sleep there in the dark pitch and the dark night? But I don't think he would have had a wonderful sleep that night because of the incident that has taken place 2 days back in his life. He would have replayed all the things that had happened, and he would have been troubled in his heart. Maybe thinking of the waving of uh, goodbye to his mother, the eyes would have shed tears. And as he was in this thought, I'm sure he would have thought all these things. And as he was planning to sleep under the stars, he was in a state of homeless. He was in a state of penniless. He was in a state of helpless and even alone. So Jacob, the son of Abraham, the son of Isaac, and grandson of Abraham, the bearer of the promise of God, now running for his life. Now he makes the stone. The stone. He makes a stone as his pillow, and he tries to sleep there. All that he had in his heart is nothing, no one to blame except the things what he had done in his life. So he was blaming himself for what had happened, and because he knew very well that is he who cheated his brother, and he had lied to his father, and he was a deceiver, and he was the only one person reason uh, for their family to be broken. So while he was sleeping, can you imagine that there was a dream for him? So the Bible talks about the wonderful and most amazing and a famous dream in the Bible, the Old Testament, that is found in